Hey everyone, I'm Danita. Thank you for joining me today. I'm with the Buttercup Creations. Today I'm going to make something special and fun. I'm going to make some cookies, but a different kind of cookie. Yes, it's for Valentine's Day, but it's different. You're going to love this, so stay tuned. Join me, get a drink, popcorn, whatever you'd like, and stay tuned and have fun watching me. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Danita. Thank you for joining me today. Now we'll be using Glittz and Glue foam clay today. We'll be using these three colors. The orange is bright orange, the orchid, and then the bright turquoise. I believe that's the name of the colors, but I will put it in the description. Now this one here, I don't have any more cookie colored, so we're going to use the gingerbread, and we're going to use a little bit of the cream to make this color. But I like the color. I think I'm going to start using these colors together for my cookie base. So I'm going to roll this out. Now this is the little 10-inch that I like to use when I just have a little amount of clay, but this is a big bunch of clay. So I'm going to use this big rolling pin that you can get at the Hobby Lobby, or you can get at the Walmart, or you can get at Amazon. Now I'm going to use this big heart. It's a really big heart. I got it at Hobby Lobby in the Valentine's department. It's a set of 3 for $2.49, but then it's 40% off, so it's a really good deal. Okay, so let me see. I want to make 4 of these, but I may not have enough of this cookie-colored clay to make 4 of these, because this is all I've got right now. So let me see if I can make 4 of these. But I love this color. I think it's a pretty color. It's not exactly sugar cookie colored, but I still think it's a pretty color for a cookie base. You want to roll these out, and you want to roll them out a little more than you would the icing, because the cookie's going to spread on the bottom, and then when you do the icing, it doesn't spread as much as the cookie would. You see what I'm saying? Like, the cookie will spread whenever it cooks, but the icing will kind of stay towards the middle some. It won't go off the edges. So now I'm going to do the icing colors. And I won't roll those extra because I want those to stay upright. I like this bright orange color. And the other one I think is a bright turquoise. I wrote those down. But I know I love these 3 colors. They're from Glittz and Glue, the bright turquoise. And I added a little bit of white to each one of them to tone them down just a little bit. As I'm showing you there, I was showing you that there's the bag and then there's the clay. So I did mix a little bit of white with each color to tone it down just a little bit, because I love that soft look. Let me roll that out a little bit more because there was some bubbles there or something. And then one more color here. I wanted to have 2 kind of pink colors because since it was Valentine's, I wanted like 2 colors. I accidentally wrote over that yellowish orange there, that orange color, with my pen, so I have to redo that one. Now I wanted to do another pinkish colored, so I didn't have enough cookie colored base, so I need to go in and roll up some more. I didn't have the exact cookie color, so I went in and added some more gingerbread to the color that I had to make somewhat of a cookie colored. This is a little darker than the rest, but you won't be able to tell once it's all dried out and everything, especially with the cookie being on the bottom. See, those 2 are so much alike. You can't even tell anyways. I decided to just do that one over again because, well, it was messed up. And I'm not going to add any more clay to it. I'm not going to get any more clay out the bag. I'll just go from there and make my own heart. Make another heart that's comparable to the other one. Now here's the other pink I wanted to use. Because it's Valentine's Day, I wanted to make some that was more Valentine colors and then pop in a couple of bright colors just for fun. So I wanted the pink and the orchid for Valentine's Day, and then the bright orange and the turquoise just because they look good in the set. Now I'm using a smaller one, a smaller heart on the bottom to cut out the center. So that one will stay small. And then for the icing one, I'm going to use a bigger one So it pulls it back some, so it looks like the icing hasn't been pushed all the way to the edge. You see what I'm saying? Like I want the icing farther back from the edge than the cookie itself. So I used the wrong one on that pink one there. I picked up the little bitty heart instead of the little bit bigger one. So if you've got two different heart sizes that's kind of small and one a little bit bigger, try to use those two and it helps a little bit. If not, don't worry about it because they're going to come out pretty in the end regardless. I love those colors. Aren't they so pretty? Now that cookie there I just did, the orchid color, I think the bottom of that cookie was a little bit too thin. So I'll probably have to cut around the edges on that one. I think I rolled that one out way too far when I was trying to roll the cookie color base out. Now I'm just making sure the cookie base is connected to the icing color. Just rolling it together, making sure they're connected well. You see how that's curling up on the edges? That right there is the one, I think, that I'm going to have to go back and cut a little off the edges. I'll check in just a second. And that one didn't look good. It was off center, so I went in and just cut out the middle. And now I'm thinking that it does really look good with just both of them cut the same down the middle. I was actually thinking about cutting them all in the middle like that without having to make one a little smaller than the other. Now, I moved that back because I didn't want to. I was thinking about having to use my knife, but then I decided I'll just use my scissors and cut the cookie colored base back some because it was too flimsy. And in the end, this one looks really good. Now I'm putting all of the colors back in the bag so they're not drying out. So just give me a second. Okay, there we go. Now we're rolling these out in a really long snake. And you roll and roll and roll and roll the best you can. And you get to a certain point that you feel like you've rolled as much as you can without breaking it. So what I do is I get my rolling pin after I've got to a certain amount of smallness. And then I want to make it, make it all the same all the way down through there. So I get my rolling pin. And this has worked for me ever since I've started doing fake bakes. And I roll it together and it makes the whole length of clay exactly the same. Now I want to go around the edge of the clay, the edge of the icing clay, and make it look like it's got a little boundary there. Because I'm going to do something on the inside and it's going to look really pretty. And I think that's just going to add to the look. So we got that there. I really did mess up that heart there a little bit, but it was too late. I couldn't go back and do it because the clays are wet. Now, if the clays are dry, either one of them, sometimes you have to go ahead and use a glue, like a tacky glue or a super glue. But this one, they're both pretty much wet right now, especially the top one, the edges, the little snake, because I just rolled it out. So once you go around the top, it will be wet and you won't have to add anything to that and it'll hold just fine. Now all these aren't going to be perfectly straight because I didn't cut them all at the same time. Like the bottom heart, I didn't do the same time as I did the top heart. And the hearts in the middle, I didn't do the same time as I did the outside heart. So they're going to look like they're homemade, which they are. And that's okay with me. I really like the look of these hearts and how they look when they're finished. I think it looks perfect. I'm just so happy with them. Now here's the bright turquoise colored. And I messed up the edge or something. I don't know why I'm messing with that, but I'm a perfectionist and I see something That's not exactly suiting my taste there, and I have to fix it. Okay, there's a little piece of glitter there, and it took me way too long to mess with this. So I went and got a, what is that thing called? It's a picker for your Cricut to get out the unused pieces from your vinyl. I totally forgot what the name of that is now, but you know what it is. It's something for Cricuts. I know it's something for the Cricut maker. It's something you use on your Cricut machine and your Cricut vinyl and all that. Okay, so, but you can use a little toothpick, or you can use that little tweezers, whatever you want to use. If you've got something in your clay there and you need to get it out, and you can't get it out with your fingernails or your fingers or whatever. So that will work just fine. And it worked perfectly once I finally got it out. But it was aggravating me. I could see it and I couldn't get it out. So I had to go get something to get it out with. That made me feel so much better once I got it out. So now that looks good, and that looks good. And now we're going to do the pink one. I love this one. It's so pretty. And I feel like I've got too much cookie on the edges too of this one. So I went around and cut it too, since I know that works. Okay, now I do use the rolling pin because I think this works really good. When it's not rolling out right, sometimes it just don't roll out right for me. Most of the time it does, but it's been a long time since I rolled out a snake, so I kept using the rolling pin. Now I went over there and got a couple pieces of the, what is this called? It's not the wax paper, it's the other kind of paper that we use. And that's to put glitter on in a few minutes, so it won't be everywhere. I'm trying to make that, it's just getting longer and longer, I know, but I'm trying to make it real small. Go around the edges, make a little edge on your cookie, take it around, and cut it there. And then we're going to do the inside of the cookie and do the same thing. That way, if I was to put a lot of something in the middle, it wouldn't fall out. Okay? That's a little secret of what's coming up. Yeah, these are so pretty. These are not hard to make, but they are a little time consuming because it takes a lot of steps. So that's okay though, because it is very worth it. If you just want to make one cookie, but to make one, it's the same as making 4 to me. So I'm using a little bit of Elmer's school glue. That's what this is, because the tacky glue is too thick for me to use on clay that's wet. Whenever you use tacky glue on clay that's wet, it pulls the clay for me. That's how it does anyways. Now I'm just going around and putting a light coat, well, thick enough, but, you know, not too thick, all the way around on the inside of each heart. Right in the center of both, but on the center of the clay, from the inside and outside of the clay on the heart. You see what I'm talking about, right? Anyways, I can't get that out exactly right, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, watch this. Now, this is so pretty. Now, this is a pretty turquoise color from Walmart. That's where I got this one here. In the very fine glitter. Now, we've got the bright orange here. I think that's what color that is, but I'll list those in the description. Those are from Glittz and Glue as well. It seemed like no matter how much I put out, it just kept soaking it up. And I was fine with that. I mean, it was pretty. It's called bright orange. That one is called bright orange. And it is very fine. I'm extra fine is the style that it is. I need more glitter on that one too, the turquoise, because it was just soaking it up as well. Now we'll use this Princess. It's called Princess, I believe. It's so pretty. It uses a lot as well. But these little containers here, I mean, they're big containers. They have a lot of glitter in them. So I pour and pour and pour. Now I'm just sprinkling it out. I'm not pouring it out because I don't want to pour it out. I don't use that side. I use the sprinkle side. But you see how long it's taken me, and I'm going 5 times the normal rate of speed here. I've sped this up 5 times more than normal. Yeah, I'm showing you what kind it is there, what colors are right there. Yeah, that one wasn't open, so I just pushed the other side down. You don't have to take the whole lid off of these. All you have to do is push the opposite side down, and then the glitter comes up in the easy side, the sprinkle side. That one wasn't near as hard to do. I guess because it showed up more. I'm not sure, but I'll probably go back and sprinkle them all again as soon as I look at them. I see the orange. I'm going to have to sprinkle that one again. But then, you know what I decided to do? Then I decided to put some little gems on them. So, I don't want all colors of gems on them. I want the same color gems as the hearts are. So, I go and add pink to the pink, turquoise to the turquoise. And on the orange one, I add the clear or white color gems. And on the on the orchid color one, I add the bright pink. So they all come out so pretty. They kept falling in the glue, so eventually I just let them fall, and then I just grab them out with my finger and put them on there. Then the glitter would get on my finger, and then it was aggravating, so. I'm showing you what I'm using here. I'm using Glittz and Glue. I'm using her sprinkles, the unicorn sprinkles. And they are so fun. They have every color in there imaginable. They even have the orange. But the orange ones in there, I didn't like. It's the small flat ones, and it's not the gems. That's why I use the clear ones, the ones that look clear on the heart. Aren't these beautiful? They're so beautiful. You could even put a little ornament hook in the middle of them, and you could use these as ornaments on your Valentine tree. I could do that. I should do that anyways. Yes, I will put these in my Etsy shop and sell them as ornaments or as cookies. And if they want ornament hooks in there, I can add those. Thank you all for joining me. I'm asking you to please subscribe to my channel. Give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you always comment and share to a friend. Thank you all so much, and I appreciate you, each and every one. I love you all so much. Y'all are the best. Make sure you come back each time I put up a new video. Please give your little notification bell. Click that on. And click always, so you'll always get each and every notification that I put out.